The air outside is tumultuous, the heavy sheets of rain falling in droves, ushering in the streaks of light that ride the raucous bellowing of its thunderous kin. As the drops pummel you and the frosty wind cuts your flesh, you feel as if you may never find respite from the storm that ravages your surroundings. In the distance, like a boon from the gods themselves, you spot the faint flicker of light. A single, solitary dot on the horizon, a minuscule beacon of salvation, smoldering against the backdrop of monsoon-like carnage. You begin to ride harder than before, pushing your horse as much as you pushed yourself towards the establishment. Your thighs are raw and chafed from non-stop travel, screaming in agony as your accelerating mount causes you to bounce in the most unpleasant of ways. As you draw nearer, you come to the realization that this seems to be a Wayshrine Inn, an inn which has been placed upon strategic, though lesser-traveled routes to help those further from towns, which immediately causes you to sigh in relief. Reaching the inn, you stable your horse in the provided facilities and walk up the three-stair staircase, approaching an ornately carved door with the symbol of 3 gates in a horizontal line, and a building in between them. You recognize this as the Multiplanar Inn, an inn which exists on multiple planes of existence at once. Putting your hand to the heavy mahogany door in front of you, you push it inwards and follow its direction in suit. Entering, you're confronted with an incredibly large, seemingly endless expanse of tavern, rising upwards with many rooms in perfect symmetry with their counterparts across the way from them. As you enter, you immediately beeline towards the hearth, and strip yourself down of most wet clothes, placing them on a drying rack provided by the establishment. While you sit and warm yourself, a barmaid approaches and takes your order, bringing it back with surprising quickness. Moving to place your mug on the nearby table, you spot a piece of paper with the word Reloria in big, bold letters. You pick it up, but before you even have the chance to read it, you hear the sound of shuffling feet, accompanied by the telltale tap of a cane. Hearing the chair across from you sigh as the cushion is depressed, presumably by another person, you open your eyes. Doing so, you're confronted by an old man with long white hair that seems to intertwine with his equally long white beard. His cane has the head of a dragon at the top, and his clothes look of sleepwear.
"Ah, yes, hello there, young one. You seem quite tired, quite wet, and quite drained. My name is Eddie Elamorte, traveling bard at your service."
He bows.
"Would you allow me, for no fee, to tell you of a story? I have traveled the world of Amalgamaria many times, and for many years. As a matter of fact, I can even tell you more about the Reloria that flyer in your hand speaks of."
Becoming intrigued, and knowing that payment is optional, you allow the man to continue.
Well, settle in. This may take a while. I present to you the raising of Reloria.
Once on a time, fluid like a rhyme, there was life on Relorian land. Dynamic communities living in unity with more kindness than one could stand. There was Lazarus shining, Leecham designing, and the crafters of Narlex and Tylus. But all that did change when, like a newly lit range, the sparks consumed with no bias. For it was in the past 15 score, give or take a bit more, and 1 week's sail from Reloria. 'Twas a historic battle knocking the world from its saddle when the gods waged war in Astoria. The good and the bad, the neutral and the mad, all fought onwards gregariously. The gods cast their eyes, though often fighting in the skies, all experiencing it vicariously. Crying, "The land, they do ravage, all our people turned savage, and many cannot stand with us." But lo, help from a secret order hidden in a mountainous border, led by tech priest Ozymandias. Machines were made, fitted with gun and blade, made to truly be hope for fillers, imbued with life, tasked to end the strife, were the deadly Astorian god-killers. Released in the world, not quite thrown, but hurled, was truly the last hope of man. Fighting the god sin with the god sin to god's kin, they did everything that they can. The kids of the gods, though at the start were at odds, were able to trap each parent. Peace was not dead, though sadly the same cannot be said, for consequences were soon apparent. In Reloria there was calamity, the sudden omittance of sanity, and many a man was scared. For from the sky, so way up high, there came a sight that made them care. Flaming rock, the largest of their stock, was falling hard and fast. They all huddled together, viewing their last day's weather, fully knowing they wouldn't last. As the meteors crashed down, destroying all around, the land was lost in time. It sat in solemnity, awaiting any entity to come once more and find. The land that's awaiting every breath abating for adventurers old and new. Any and all, some big and some small, will the land's next guest be you? After listening to the man's story, you feel lulled and secure. Looking at the flyer, you see an advertisement calling all adventurers, scholars, pioneers, and explorers to take up the cause of refounding Reloria. Amused by all the similarities, you look up to the man, but are surprised to see he's gone. In his stead, on the seat, lies a note. The note reads,
"So you've heard my tale and lifted the veil to encounter new opportunity. Will you then join them in their refining of their new gem that is known as Reloria and Unity?" Reloria is a West Marches-style game taking place within a single Discord channel. This game is one that is a combined project between many people, granting a new experience to everybody involved. This game is one that will involve players working together to found and explore the once lost land of Reloria. The players will start in an island town named Vlaneris, found at the tip of Reloria. This game is one that takes place 24/7, as it still progresses even when no quests are being done. The players will be in character the entire time in the Discord, except in the chat named, quote, a general chat, end quote, and will interact with each other in ways that force dependency on others. NPC interaction is minimal, so most services are run by players. You wish to get a new sword forged? Find a player that is a blacksmith and haggle with them to create it. Wish to join a guild? Find the player who runs it and request admittance into its confines. Wish to start your own business or guild? Build from the ground up and recruit other players into your ranks of membership or patronage. The possibilities are boundless and the experience unique. Run on the Pathfinder tabletop system, this game takes place in an entirely homebrew land, in a homebrew world with a homebrew pantheon and a bunch of homebrew items and creatures to act as an accoutrement to the vast wardrobe that is the Pathfinder vanilla content. The players will embark on a journey in a land that you shape and create, populate and expand, build and destroy. Everybody's granted creative freedom in conditional creation, so everyone can contribute in one unique way or another. The homebrew invention and research system utilized even allows for the in-character creation of advancements and items essential to the continued expansion of society. For those less inclined to be a team player of that sort, you may choose to flee into the wild and establish your own pack of bandits. Or maybe you'd prefer to sail the seas as pirates. On the inverse, you may wish to combat these groups and offer your services to others. So are you willing, able, and capable enough to make the journey to Reloria? Will you be a liability or be a tool? Will you enter a scholar or remain a fool?